Hello guys, we're gonna start here in just a minute. Just gonna share the link here. Hi, how you doing, Gray Man? I'm doing good, doing good. Hi Eli, how you doing? That's good. Alright, let's get started here. Now, I've done this before for anyone watching this on the repeat here, but today we're going to focus on Gray Man's character here. Oh yeah, about the beta. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I did read about it a little bit. I think you mentioned it on stream before as well. All right, Gray Man, we're starting here. What type of stats here you want here for your guy here? Yes, yes, the prototype for yeah. I saw I did read a little bit about it last night, I believe. Yeah, you can. Yeah, Grayman, you can do heavy or junior from and all that stuff. So let me know what you want, how you want these filled in here. Country, Canada, alright. 97, alright. I usually don't put months or days. I kind of pick a random year a lot of the time when I just make blank ones. But yeah, 97. Um, no, the only thing with junior is that you can go after the junior belt. I will say we do have a lack of juniors in the thing, so if you are a junior, you'll definitely get some chances for competition. In all aspects, I don't think so either on the other part as well, because there's been a lot of instances where juniors have beaten heavyweights, but it depends on your preference though at the same time, because juniors do lean toward specific things as well, but it's pretty balanced for the most part. It's just something to keep in mind that you'll be able to go for extra stuff as a junior as opposed to heavyweight. But I mean, yeah. But yeah, I think there are a junior going against a heavyweight. Juniors can win, but there is a sense of competition. Okay, and also keep in mind, any of the stuff we make here today, if you want to change them at any point in time after this, you can. So, don't be afraid to, like, go back and we can make changes. Like, we can try junior for a bit, and if you rather go up a weight class, we can do that. It's no big deal. Okay. Alright. And yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's what I got there. You can also we could also change that anytime as well. Okay, 6', 220. Okay, that should be fine. Alright. And next is appearance here. Yeah, it makes sense that would go into being the DS, that's for sure. Like, because I imagine the DS was invented, I think, a year or two later after that. Alright, now look is... Stance doesn't affect how you, like, play, it's just how you kind of want your wrestler represented. And since you're a junior, I mean, you can have these at any sort of thing, and it won't really be much of a factor. This is all, like, cosmetics. It won't really affect gameplay and by any stretch. Yeah, it's all divided by face, chest, waist, upper arm, forearm, hand, thigh, calf, feet. Stance, is there one with one hand out? I think it's technical. Yeah, we can look here. So, that has, like, that is technical. And then, is there American? Not seeing American here. Some of the wrestling styles they don't have for stances. But yeah, technical does have the one hand out. Wrestling, let's look at wrestling. Wrestling, both of them are out, and he's kind of leaning over a little bit. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, now this is where it gets interesting here. How do you want this guy to look? So, base one's just like white, so we don't really mess with that. Two, I believe, is like just American style Western. Three is, and 3 and 4 are the other diversities here. Oh yeah, I can do a full hawk haircut and a beard. Yeah, I can do that. I'll just pick a face here. Default white. Ooh, that'd stand out. Like this here? We can certainly do this if you would like to try this out. No. Okay, we'll do this here. Okay. Back, ooh, that backwards compatibility would have made a big difference, Eli. Well, we'll do this head here for now, and then a full paw here. We'll start with hair here, and we'll full paw. I forgot what that looked like. What you were describing for haircut. Let me Okay, I think I know. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I've definitely seen that. I definitely seen it in here, but I'm definitely gonna have. All right, that's too much of a mohawk. I've definitely seen it. That's a bit like a ponytail. Um, that's much more shaved. Hmm. Is that? No, that's not it. Go back to. Yeah, probably similar to DS. Like this one here. Shave side ones. Okay, a slight delay. Okay. Alright, so right now I'm on 522. Right here. Is that the one you meant? Shave sides. That was a bit back. Let me look here. Do you mean that one? That one's 572. Is it top left? Top left right now would be Park 545. Would be that one. Okay, what color do you want it? Interesting. You know, if someone had like brown or black, maybe dye it down the road for. Okay. Maybe that color there. But yeah, it'd be interesting if someone like tried to put that together and try to make games for it, kind of like what people did with the Atari Jaguar for a bit during the day. Okay, cool. All right, now we'll go to chest here. Now everything here is set for the default male medium, so we don't really have to change much here. But do you want what kind of costume do you want for your guy? Big red shorts and boots? Okay. That makes it easy. We'll get rid of the wristband. Ah, checker. That's interesting. Checkboard. I'll see if I have that. I might have that. If I don't, I could probably download it online in the community store. So I'll have to look. Checkered. All right, let's see. We'll make the default red, and let's see if we can find the pattern. I'm gonna start with craft. That's not quite what we're looking for here. We're in the Bret Hart section here. Yeah, some of the craft parts are download parts. Checkered, it's camo. I would think I would have like checkered or something like that at some point. Be weird if I didn't. Stripes. There's stripes. There's a jaguar pattern. Zebra style. Oh, there is polka dots. The polka dots? Okay. Let's see, for the jersey, like jorts, I think, how does that length look there? Yeah. Yeah, the touchscreen, the dual screens really helped the DS stand out, though, and it helped with a lot of things. So I think if it didn't have that, it'll be tough to say, like, how much of a lifespan it would have. Yeah, that's a default jersey length there for jorts. So that's what you're looking for with that. Of course, we could always see if there's other pant style that might work better. We should. I can't guarantee that they'll be the exact same style, but I do imagine that there is polka dots. That plaid. Let's see, where did I see it? Oh, this. Good question. Let me check something. Kinda, but not really. It just the color we pick just mixes in with the kilt itself. Really, its most visible is gonna be like in its natural state. Yeah. Polka dots. I thought there was. Those kinda, but there should be something else. There's stripes. There's these kind, but it's a different pattern. Got some tie-dye stuff. I'm sure there is polka dot. The Jaguar spots? Okay. And calf will leave. Well, what kind of shoes do you want for your guy? Yeah, it's kind of a shame they did that. Although the Game Boy and Game Boy Color has been around for so long, I imagine they kind of justified it because everyone kind of got their fill with it for so long. Because the Game Boy Color could play Game Boy games too, so people were just Game Boying it for a while. There might be some sneakers. Alright, so these are pretty much kind of default sneakers, but here is when we can kind of adjust things. So the A's here are short style. So, for example, like, let me slightly... I know those are high tops. And then... That's kind of the short version of those boots, if that's what you meant. I could probably find high top sneakers style. I think there is an edit for those, if you rather have something that looks a little bit more authentic to that. Yeah, I remember the Game Boy Micro. I remember the Micros, actually. Let me just look here. Western style. Okay, high top. Let's see if we got anything for high tops and accessory leg guards. Okay, not from there. Let's look at just shoe stuff here. Ooh. I'm not sure those are quite high top sneaker style. Yeah, yeah. Let me see here if there's anything more better suited for that. I think there might be. I would imagine there had to be at some point during my downloads. Yeah, I mean, I could probably look for a download for high top sneakers, but it looks like at the moment they don't have a one. I don't have a 100% high top sneaker style shoe at the moment. So I could probably down the road, but I assume that if that you would prefer like traditional wrestling boots as opposed to. Okay, yeah, I'll go back to like. You don't have Parkcraft? Okay, yeah. I haven't figured out Parkcraft myself. I haven't. I've never figured it out. There's polka dots for that. But alright, so I'm gonna make them boot style. Traditional, and then sometime down the line we can make adjustments or even put them on a different outfit if we choose, if you want that as well. Also, what color do you want your boots? We're also going to make project. Do white? Okay. Right now, that's pretty much default white. Okay, these are all white. I could make them, I could throw in splashes of red in, like, the lasers or something if you want a little bit more of a pop of color, if you'd prefer that. Yeah, black or red lace. Alright. Let's try red. Let's try the red first. Let's see how that goes. How do you like it with the red? Okay. Alright, and we just finished the look there. We could add more outfits or edit the one here as we go down the line, so we can do that. Alright, next one here. This is important. So this is skill here. So already for the system, the defaults are gonna be this here. I'll let you choose 2 of these to have as highs. But wrestler rank, these aren't too, like, I usually rank all the guys in the systems either, like, especially for YWA specifically, either B, A, or S. I'm just gonna kind of give you just both A's for now. This is, those two just to determine, like, crowd reaction during the match. They don't really like affect like the match itself that much. And all of them I have used for IWA are within a specific range, so it won't affect hardly anything. The only stuff that's going to affect here is The only stuff that'll affect your wrestler for sure is the fight and return style here. So we can go over those pretty quickly here. So orthodox style, it pretty much means you're decent at everything. You're not really bad at anything. And by decent, I mean like each move is graded from E to A, with the highest grade meaning that it takes the less energy from you. So for orthodox, most moves are gonna be like C to D. All moves are D. The rough moves will get D, and then stuff like pins or position switches get higher grades. But everything's pretty much a C. So if you're a wrestler that you can have really any kind of move you want, if you want him mixed style or something, orthodox might be the best bet. Technical is it's kind of like guys like the Kurt Angles or those kind of guys. They excel at like some technical stuff, but there's some areas that aren't really highly graded specifically. Wrestling and ground, or wrestling like it says amateur style wrestling, ground attacks and submissions for ground. Power is just pretty much what you think of. It's like the Goldbergs, the Sid Viciouses, the Kanes, Undertakers. It's those kind of guys. American, you can do technical and rough as well with American, so you kind of have a good mix there. Junior is just a traditional junior style wrestler. They're pretty good at a good chunk of things. Since you're a junior yourself, this can work, but you don't have to pick this one for your guy too. Luchador is kind of like what you think of. His main style is rough. They also have a lot of stuff in the C's, but there are some stuff in the D's as well. So you kind of want to be careful with heel a little bit. Mysterious, it's a technical heel. A heel with technical skills, so a little bit of a mix there. Shooter is just kind of your traditional MMA style guy, no entertainment. Okay. Fighter's just a boxer, you won't really want much of him. Grappler is Jujutsu. Panther is a junior with some kick elements. And the Giant is pretty much just Andre. And Vicious is rough moves and submissions. So, Orthodox is pretty solid. I would say I don't think Junior does the best with like kicks and punches. Necessarily American and Orthodox, you'll be able to get away with that. I have a guide on my phone of that stuff specifically that I can look quickly and get more specifics out of. Let's see here. So, American style. So A grades for rough moves. Okay, we'll start with American. The return style, this is just like counter styles. With American, tough and technical counter moves, we usually you can put technically any of these here, but I usually just keep them both the same just for simplicity's sake. Special skill. Now I only do ones in the 15s. I don't go any higher than that because the ones higher up are like combo ones, and those can be kind of OP a little bit. So you can pick any of the ones in the 15s here. Stardom, you repeat popular moves as a common one. You recover after a big move. Overturn, become more concentrated under disadvantage. Show great strength at the beginning of the match. You don't give up. Guts means you just don't give up easily. Strike back, rejuvenates, and strikes, show signs of fatigue. Finisher, extremely effective. Want to have the fans. Alright. Everything else. Alright. Which one of these four? You can pick two to put in the high. Yeah, like neck, arm, back, and leg. You can pick two of these. I'm gonna let you pick because usually when I usually pick based on whatever character I'm creating. But since this is your character, you can choose. You can kind of choose which two because it doesn't matter which two are picked. Back and neck. Okay, yeah. Okay. Do you have any preference on how fast you want your guy here? I only ask because you are a junior in American style, so speed might be a factor. Medium's pretty good speed. When you get higher up, then you're definitely kind of a speed limit. It doesn't necessarily give you an advantage during the match necessarily, but it does kind of make it unique nonetheless. Medium fast? Okay, we can do that. So so I'm gonna I'm gonna put it at run. So I realized that a while back that when you put it at run, your wrestler then can do like run up moves at the post, and we definitely want that. Up and down speed, I'll probably keep at medium here. Do you have a favorite weapon you want your wrestler to have a tendency to? Your options include chair, table, kendo, hammer, bat, barbed wire bat, and light tube. Oh, and Eli, for Nintendo, I'm not sure. It depends on the position. The classic chair, okay. Theme song, we'll get to that off screen because I need to like download the song first and then put it in a wrestler and edit, and that's kind of a process you have to do like on your computer. So we'll worry about that in a little bit later. Now voices can be tricky here. And the voice, okay, we'll worry about the voice off stream. Default is pretty decent. It's not anything too bad. Now for parameters. Now usually for these, I usually do a 10, a 9, and an 8 on each side, and the rest are 7s, except for MMAs. My goal is to try to get it to 226. Okay, that works well, Gray Man. So for your guy, let's see here. I'll give a sample here. I'll give a sample here to kind of give you an idea what you would be able to work with. Since you're American style, you'll already be good at rough moves, so we'll give that a 9 on default here. Entertainment will give 10. In technical, we'll give technical the 8 because you are going to have some little bit of technical skill. The rest will give 7. Now, the parameters in a game don't mean like a ton. They have a little bit of an impact, but it's not like overextended. But I still nonetheless try to keep it at 226. Okay, so now we're at 330. Now, at this point, the one I go to for get it to 226 at first is going to be the MMA, because you don't really need this to be that high because it goes specific to like MMA style wrestlers, and you're not going to need much of that. Alright, so we got 1 point left over. So what we do here is, if that's the case, I usually go to like either the use a shoot fight, yeah. So when I go to 1 here, so I need to get rid of 1. So usually with this, I usually go toward an area that your wrestler's not gonna be like using a ton of. And he's American style, so he's going to have some top rope moves, but not a ton. He's not going to go there all the time. So out of all of them, I'd probably drop it on aerial. He won't need... The extra point's not going to be much overall. So we got it set. Now, I'm going to moveset. But first, before we do anything, I want to save at this point, just in case something weird happens. And we'll put him in... We'll save him here, so then that way if something happens, we don't lose our progress. Yeah, because I've had that happen to me where the game kind of stopped and I lost progress. That way, because the moveset's going to take a minute to get through, and we definitely want to get that set up. Alright, so first we're starting with... standing small here. So usually this is a punch move, but you can have it a kick as well if you want be more kick driven. So since you're American style, really most of this except for some of the kicks are going to be Caesars, so it's fine. So what kind of, like, do you want the first one to be a punch, chop, palm? It doesn't really matter, it's up to you. American jab? That's the American jab there. Some of these lighter stuff are more on the preference side. It's not going to be, like, a ton difference. All these moves are just going to be on preference. You know, there's not going to be really any moves that are, like, super, like OP. Default punch. Okay. And then kick. That's a kick here. But you can have something else if you don't want to kick there, although it is kind of on the traditional side. You got more punch options. Okay. So this is the one. So standing big. So this you can have geez, any of these things, really. Yeah, when it gets kind of crazy like this, it's really, at the end of the day, it's about what you want, envision your wrestler to be like. Kicks. Okay, this one we can do let's see what kicks it does. You do good with drop kicks. Yeah, drop kick there as well. I can also put, say, a spinning kick. You can do the high spinning wheel kick there. Lariats you're pretty decent at here. Some of these are going to be kind of like quick little fill-ins, because these early moves are like kind of little details that you're not going to really think about at the moment, but once you start seeing how your wrestler performs, you may want to tweak later. For this one, it could really be anything. Striking. Discus is always kind of interesting. They're striking. Most of these are kind of... Discus elbow. Okay, let's see here. Alright. Yeah, the rolling elbow. There we go. That's kind of it. And then this one here, for this big one here. You can do headbutts. Can't really do tackles. Not much. Nothing for the submissions. You can do a roll-up. Catch him off guard. You can do some illegal stuff like mist and fire. Some rough moves you're pretty good at there. Entertainment. This is good for the entertainment stuff. Position change. This is good if you want to like try to get some low grapple work in to work on your technical side. It's also a discus neck chop. Fierce knife edge is always cool. Low drop kick. There we go. Alright. Now running's interesting here. Now for running in this game, since your guy is a junior in American style, he might get up to the mediums and bigs, but usually there's some categories in this where the wrestlers don't work up to the big ones very often. So I usually, for the big moves, I usually put them like early on so you actually get to see them, because there's a lot of times you won't get to see them later on because, you know, certain wrestlers don't only do those moves so often. So in that in mind, this one will probably be your big running attack move for the most part. And you got a lot of choices here. The Superman punch, that's always a good move there. European uppercut. Got, of course, your lariats, clothesline from hell. Palms. Then you got your kicks is toe kick, the Yakuza kick. Kicking isn't, you got somersault kick, and of course you got your drop kicks. Lightning leg, lariat, high spinning wheel kick, you can hit that one too. 540, high flying kick, jumping knee kick. The kicks, got some headbutts. Shoulder tackle, I mean, if you really, really want to move that's a D, you'll be okay. It won't really hurt ya, it just will take a little bit out of ya. It's really when it gets to E where it becomes kind of iffy. Flying shoulder. That's some crazy head scissor whip stuff here. Face busters. These are the face buster here. Over the top one. And then cutter. Only created moves. I usually don't get too much into the created moves, only because some of them can be a little OP because they're created. So I try to stay away from those until you get to like the big signature moves, or like there's some moves that are like super unique, like the side effect that are created that you almost need to get. The running neck, these are kind of more like specific lariats. There's that one. That one's more like an actual neck breaker move. Got some DDT actions. Yeah, submissions your guy doesn't like. Float over DDT, alright, we'll do that. Alright, the medium and big. The medium you might see sometimes. The big move, I don't know how often you're gonna see that one. So you could have some of these still be float over DDTs if you don't really if you don't see yourself moving up from that, but you can have them be different moves as well. Body bow, you got Luthez press pin. That's a good question. Let me. Actually, no, it's the same. There's no changes. It's all the same moves. Spinning lariat. Huh. Not really a discus lariat for running, unfortunately, unless we go to like... There's a sling blade. That's kind of close to like a spinning lariat. Hooking lariat? Oh yeah, I like the hooking lariat. And for this one, I mean... For the big, I mean, you could have it anything, but you're probably not going to see it often. So, you could have it just be like the hooking lariat too, or something like that, but you can have it be anything. I will say though, if you do end up having a lot of back moves that you want to make it a key again, okay. We'll do the hook lariat. Okay, counters, this is interesting. So for the counters, yeah, back switch, yeah. I'll do a back switch for that. Yeah, because you definitely want to be able to have some back switches in because there's a lot of back moves in there. Oh, no worries on that. Let me think. The counters, you can have them be back switches too. If you're gonna put a back switch in a counter, I do recommend like putting it early on, but you don't have to, because there's gonna be other back switch stuff when we get going here. For counters, for kicking stuff, it's kind of a mixed bag for the good and bad moves. You can have like lariats, you can have really high back body job. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, let's see. We definitely have those. At the flap track. There's that version of flapjack. That's a variation there. It can be the medium or strong version. Okay, let's do... We'll go there. Okay. Flapjack's one. The back body drop is somewhere. There it is. There's that one. I think that flapjack variation probably got a little higher. So if you want that, we can go with that. How does that look? Okay, and this is the regular back body drop. Do you want to keep that or do you want that change? Okay. For the small one, Okay. Headbutt you do decent in. The small counter you're gonna see a lot of. You could have that be a back switch move. You could do that. You can also do the you're not, that's weird, you're not good at inverted atomic drop style. American style would. That's weird. You can also just try to choke them out with a cobra claw. Do some moves as press. Low drop kick. He's an A, so he's great with the low drop kick. So we can do that there too. Alright, pose. This is just watching Shrek on the keep on vision. There it is, Eli. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so the post. This is just the run-up move to, like, when the guy's in the corner. You can really have this be a lot of different things. There's a lot of choices. Monkey flip. Okay, yeah, the monkey flip. Where is that? It's somewhere. Let me look. There it is, monkey flip, and you're good at it, so you got that covered. And then the double team style, body press, stinger splash, hip press, jumping hip. Doesn't look like the double team one has the monkey flip. It looks like it's more different moves. Not as much. Not good at the spears though. You can do the spinning wheel kick. Yeah, just do a jumping elbow. Okay. All right, corner to center. Now these are this is a very good one. These are like the sweet chin music style moves. Moves you get in the corner, you get hyped up, and then you do the attack. So you can do some lariats here. Shotgun drop kick. Some sweet chin music. Shining Wizard and so on. Carrying. That only got a D though. Destinio? You could do the Destinio. Now this move. This is one of the few positions where I do change the CPU on for all the wrestlers, because on default it doesn't happen like at all. But since I change it, you do see it reasonably well. Okay. So, which one? The shotgun drop kick? Okay, Destinio. Okay, let's do... We can do Destinio for now, since you mentioned that first, but we can change that in the future, if you rather have. So, running outside. So, these are just when you run the outside to attack. Since your wrestler is, like, fast and American style, he will do this on occasion, so you will see these moves reasonably often. There's not a ton. The body blow here, suicide dive, the griot, crossbody, tornillo, swan dive. Then others is just a feint. So that's what you got for that position. Griot again, yeah. Okay. Slingshot to the outside. You only got like a few options. You got double axe handle, springboard missile kick, diving crossbody, swan dive crossbody, and the Yasai moonsault. Diving cross, alright. Yes, slingshot from apron to inside the ring. So you got the springboard brain chop on over right. Yeah. Brain chop, elbow attack, the missile kick, wheel kick, crossbody, okay. Now this is for running up the turnbuckle. So you guy run, so this is when the guy runs to a guy in the corner. He dives him, but he runs up the turnbuckle and does an attack. You got the missile kick, the enziguri, crossbody, moonsault, and a cutter. So that's up to you there. Crossbody. This is the medium version. So for this one, it's back. This is one for when the guy's on the ground. Back elbow drop, you only got D in that, so you probably don't want that. You got the senton. Yes, exactly. Diving body press, which is just like a splash. Moonsault. And then the whisper in the wind. So that's up to you. The only one you're not really good at is the back elbow. The other four you're good in. Yes. Yeah, it does go for a pin there. Alright, now these are the post moves. Now, post moves especially, you definitely want your big ones early on. Because because there's two types. There's one where you dive on a guy that's down and one where you dive on a guy that's standing up. If you mix the two together, you could see them frequently mixed in, especially for American style, but for the most part, you're mostly going to see your big moves early on. So, I certainly could at some point do the career mode, Eli, for sure. I probably would review the series first before I do that, just to get familiar with it, but that's going to take time, because I don't know any at this point. So that's going to take time to do, but that is on the list, for sure. So for jumping, you got... And for this as well, like, all the moves are available early on. They don't include more when you get to the bigs and the finish section or whatever. So you got fist drop, double axe handle, brain chop. Of course, the famous elbows. Post standing cross body or elbow attack. Let's see. There's that one there. That's the standing cross body attack, and the other is elbow attack. Ah, yeah, I remember we talked about that stuff in another stream back there. So that's the diving elbow attack. And then the other one was the cross body right there. Alright. And for the rest of these, you can, for the rest of these, I'll probably, I think for the sake of time, unless you want to mix it up with a different move, like the elbow attack move, which I could put in here, I'm probably gonna just have them be the same move. But I can change that if you want some variants. Just because, like I said, you only work them up so often. Okay, now for the cage. This is interesting. So, you got foot stomp. You're not good at the foot. Leg drop you can do, headbutt, senton, swanton, the superfly splash, and the moonsault. Swanton, alright. So this is when you guys. So this move is when you guys like challenge each other to like a strike off. So you can do chest slap, a knife edge chop. Well, those are C's. You can't use the middle kick. It's a little low there. American hook you can do, neck chop, knuckle arrow, upper blow, European uppercut, and an elbow butt. So really the only one that you're kind of a little low in is the middle kick. Knuckle arrow, okay. And then this is the move you do when you clinch the trade. You can have it be probably after himself, Eli. That's my best bet there. But you never know. Alright, so let's see. Headbutt you're good in. Discus neck chop. Rolling elbow. Striking lariat. High spinning wheel. You're good in that. Okay. So the rest of these here are going to be the front grapple moves. Now this is the moves you're going to see as the traditional front grapple stuff. I'm just going to say, if you're going to do a lot of like back grapples, I recommend having the small and medium slots that are the double arrows be back switches, because those are going to help you like do the back moves at a frequent pace. So for the sake of simplicity, that's why I'm going to put for you here, just to kind of make things go a little quicker. Because after we get done creating, I am going to do an exhibition match with them. Alright, so here, for your small here, this could be anything. It could be a punch or something. It's up to you. Knuckle arrow, wrist, and so on. All these you're pretty decent in. Chops. Elbows, yeah, you're pretty solid with the elbows. Palms, same. Kicks is a mix. Upper blow. Ooh, sign sponsors, that could be fun. One of the variant body slams. Let's look what we got here. Where is it? Alright. Yeah, it's just because every time you go over a move, replace the move, it replaces the voice as well. Snap mirror to or hip toss. Okay, so neck toss. Hip toss would be, let's see, snap mirror. It's right there, the drop toe hold. So snap mirror's there. Yeah, you got some rough moves that you're good in. Strong body slam. It's that. And that's high angle. Yeah, so this is the normal body slam. I'll show that again here. That's woman style, quote unquote. High angle. And then the strong. The high angle. Woman's one? Okay. That's fine. It's just a name. Alright, so for the other small, you could have this be a kick if you wanted to. Kicks are tricky for you because you're kind of mixed with the kicks, but you have some kicks that you're good in. Toe kick. Not that. Toe kick B. You can get it in the knees to the face. Side body knee lift. Drop kick. Front drop kick. Spinning. Pretty much all the drop kicks you're solid in. Yes. Arm drag or drop toe. Drop toe hold, that's that you're good in there, and then an arm drag, let's see, where was that? Right here. That's the arm drag there. Hip toss, okay. Alright, the mediums. Mediums, you get a little bit more range here. This is usually when you can... Really, I didn't know it didn't have a hip toss in that. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. For mediums, you get some more... Usually for mediums, I notice that a lot of times they'll throw in, like, a regular suplex or a neck breaker or a pile driver or a normal DDT. But that depends on what kind of wrestler you're forming. So, that just depends on what you're trying to do. And also for punch, chops, and elbows and kicks or whatever, you can medium strike 3 body kicks. Alright. Three body kicks. Let's see. Yeah, dynamite middle kicks, that's the 3. A different suplex type. Alright, let's see. Well, brainbusters in this, there are some... Yeah. Vertical suplex, jumping suplex, delayed vertical suplex, rolling release suplex, uproot suplex, snap suplex, razor suplex. I don't know the difference between snap and razor. And then the other suplexes, got a little bit of variance here. You got a double arm, double wrist suplex, belly to belly, snap suplex. All right. And then down one of the DDTs. Alright. So, regular DDT, you're a B, and giant DDT, you're a C. And now, C is still good. Like, you're fine with C. But I just want to let you know that you're a little bit better with normal DDT, but it doesn't really matter, because they're both in a good range. So, I can do giant for ya. Alright, so the bigs. It's gonna be interesting. So, I forgot. Alright, so the signatures and finisher, we'll worry about that kind of towards the end when we assign stuff. For a lot of guys, I just put all 5 in the big section, but F is Razor's Edge. It'd be on the small medium. Razor's Edge, okay, that's easy. I know where that's at. Where is it? I probably passed it. I imagine I did. There it is. You do have a D in it, but however, let me see something. Usually when that happens, I usually go to the creative move section because sometimes they'll create the same move but in a different way that makes it better. That's still D. This is when the created moves I kind of dive into a little bit for those kind of situations. Yep. But yeah, power bombs aren't always the kindest for those guys, for Americans. But if you just have one, you'll be fine with a D, because you have so many A's and B's. Okay, so, let me see here. Yes, also, my chat thing does this thing where it kind of goes back up a little bit, but I went on my the stream on my phone, so I know what I'm caught up with what you're saying. Yeah, I found it. So for the other four bigs here, what moves do you want for those? For one. Alright, elbow combo. No, you're good now. Once a new comment comes in, you're good. So I know what you're saying right normal. So we got the Tora Strike combo, the Bionic Elbow. But you want Rolling Elbow. Roaring Elbow is a 3-1. I think you almost want the Roaring Elbow there. Art card circuit prototype from... Interesting. I didn't know that, Eli. Roaring Elbow is the... is that one there. 3-point... that's an interesting one. That's not its actual name. I just did it in for a created wrestler because no one else used it. But I can change the name back to what it was supposed to be. That's the elbow there. But I could also rename it to something you prefer. Roaring is good? Okay. Alright, now the other one here. Now, there's a ton of moves that no one really uses. So, there's not going to be a lot of, like, and if you want to, like, use a move that someone else has, that's okay. It's just something, you know, you want to keep in mind for your guy. Especially for your signatures. But it doesn't matter. Card Advance, that name makes sense for a game like that. It's going to be on Advance, of course. And... yeah, there's a lot of, like, different ones to look through. Not really. Yeah, not really. Even if they were, that'd be okay, because I think it might be one or two. You'd be fine. So you can, yeah, that'd be fine. Now, keep in mind, like, this move here with the two arrows, this move will also happen pretty often because there's more of a chance for it to be inputted in. So this might be a good one to have as a. So I consider this kind of the pseudo number 2 slot for the front grapples because it has a tendency to happen a little bit more often because it has an additional button thing. So if you want like oh, you mean original brain? Let me double check there. Original, it's a D, but normal is C. So I'll put original in if you prefer that. Because you have so many moves that are like in the A-B range that you can afford to have some moves kind of a little lower and still be okay. Yeah, you ask for original, I'll put it in there unless you change your mind. Yeah, those games are always have great soundtracks. I always love those soundtracks. Yeah, exactly. DS as well. Good. Here's some suggestions. Since you're going for like, it seems like you're going. If your finisher's going to be the Razor's Edge, you may want some moves that kind of go to what your character's going to be like. So let's see. Let's look here. Heavy Rain, you're pretty. I will say, for these kind of moves, rear blow to the heads, you're kind of going to be a little rough in. So you're not going to get a lot of help in there. That's what I like the way you pronounce it there. The face buster moves you're going to be pretty solid in. X Factor, Amaze Impact's kind of cool. The Downward Spiral, I always like that move. It's a good portable move. Sister Abigail. Flea Dust is a D. Those are Ds. Pedigree. I know Eli does use that move as his finisher, so that's something to keep in mind. It's an actual game. No, I haven't actually. I thought you were going for something else, but no, I haven't. Reverse Tiger, not reverse. Bulldog. Leg Sweep, Face Buster. Okay. Nothing much from... Gourd Buster, you're pretty okay on. Yeah, it is. It is. It works perfectly fine. I don't think it's available in the other section. Let me take a quick look. It's not. So, yeah, it would be. But if it's going to be in the double arrow section, that means it'll happen pretty often. So it'll be kind of considered your like pseudo number 2 move in the front grapple way. So if you don't want it there, you probably are going to want it in the down section. But if you wanted a move that happens often, okay, we'll put the bulldog move in there. Yeah, it's definitely a. Let me double check just to be safe. Yeah, it's definitely not in there. Alright, now low one here. Alright, so... Yeah, leg sweep. Let's see. I haven't that one either. I'm not familiar with those. Rolling Hell Kick. But you're asking about leg sweep moves, good, compatible. Leg sweeps, I don't know if there are any for those. Ooh, the Jeff Jarrett one. I did see that one. Where was it? So Russian leg sweep, you're decent there, and then where's the other one? SOS, that's the SOS. It's like a pinning move. Too fancy. Russian leg sweep. Let me check to make sure that's not here. I don't know for sure. No, there isn't. Only the creative move, and I don't count that. So you're good. You can have the Russian leg sweep there if you want it there. You can also have, where's the leg sweep face buster? Oh, somewhere. Probably here. Yeah, so, oh, you're an A in that. So do you want the Russian leg sweep, or the leg, the Russian leg sweep, or the leg sweep face buster? Up to you for that one. Alright. Alright, and you're all set with those. So the back grapples. So we'll work on the signatures and finisher labels later. I know you want Razor's Edge as finisher, but the signatures we'll get to a little bit later. Sledgehammer, let's see here. So good with those. Those are C's. Command elbow, you got an A. Kicks, you only got drop kick and soul butt as good grades for that. Headbutt's good. You can do a low blow. Do a knee pull or a pull down. And you can also, like, do a position switch. Because usually the small... Rough again. Rough is a knee kick and a throwdown. Yep, it does do that. Yeah, it does, yeah. Now for medium, you got a little bit more range with this here for certain moves. These you got C's. Got more headbutt. Chop block, you're not great at the chop block. You can do a reverse brain buster. A face crusher. Just do a standard neck breaker. Do a sidewalk slam or atomic whip. Let's see, where... Well, the variants are download moves. They got Cutthroat Neckbreaker, Burning Sword, and a back neckbreaker like that. That's the default one's just a standard one. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the bigs to the back grapple special, all those are going to be the same, have the same move. Back, ooh, okay. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. One is that the one? Hell Backdrop's good, but I love Where's the murder backdrop? That's a Dr. Death Steve Williams special move there. Where is it? It's, did I pass it? I might have passed it. I did. Yeah, the murder backdrop, it might be the one you want. Or it could be under monster. Yeah, it's monster backdrop. That's the one where you literally drop the guy on his head. Sheer at the... Yeah. Sheer drop. Kinda like it. It's similar. Hell is just a side version. Monster. Alright. So for these, because even with the back switches we added, it can still be tough to get the back moves. So usually, if I want to ensure that a specific back grapple move is used, I usually fill them all up with the same move. But you don't have to do that. You could vary it up a little bit, but it's up to you. If you want a variance in the back specials, like if you want to try to specialize in that, or if you just want to make sure you get like one big move used often. Monster. Set up and sideways to monster. Set up sideways to monster. Okay, so when I looks so wait, correct me if I'm wrong here. So set up. Where's... Oh, set up and sideways. Okay. That's what you meant. Okay, now I get it. I was confused my brain for a second. Where is it? Yeah, no worries. No worries. I confused myself for a second. All right, there we go, and we'll leave that, and that will be the default. Now these are back counters. You only get 2. They're all going to be the same move. Now, you could, if you want to, have them be a back switch, but you don't have to. So you can do elbow butt. You can do a kangaroo kick. You could do that. Back switch and snapmare. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. Now this is when you run at a down opponent. So let's look here. You could head drop. You can do headbutt, body press, muscle. You can't do muscle. Running shooting star, hip drop. You got a D in that one. Senton, sunset flip, swanton, landing the fist, a chop drop, elbow, jumping, flashy elbow, people's elbow, elbow drop hold, that's a pin move, a knee drop, jumping knee, double knee, King Kong knee, leg you're not good in right there, stomping, foot stomp, low drop kick to the face, ooh, kick to, you're not good there, but yeah, I know you kind of like the low drop kicks. That one looks pretty brutal. Yeah. Alright, so here's the thing here. For this game, usually what I'll have the submission moves at mediums and attack move on the bigs, but if you want a submission but if you want one of those to be a signature move, then I could put it in both to ensure that it actually happens. So let's start with a submission here. So for this, unless you rather be something else, but most of these strikes aren't going to be very varied. and you're gonna want them in the other slots. So you got a neck lock. Okay. So first you got an you could also have all these be strike moves if you want to. If you don't really want submission moves, that's up to you. But you got a neck lock here. Key lock you're good in. The rest your cross double arm breaker. Submissions aren't going to be a big strong suit for your guy, but it is good to have some just in case guy gets in like a submission match or something like that, or a give up match. Arm lock, neck hold, chicken wing, your neck. Yeah, some of these you're not going to be the best in. A neck figure 4, sleeper. I know LGC loves the dragon sleeper, so that's going to be a kind of a big move of his. Buffalo sleeper is pretty cool. Triangle. Is he A or B in any subs? Good question. I'm gonna look here quickly again so far. The rough moves he is, but he'll get a DQ count, a little bit of a DQ count. Head smash and face elbow. Yeah. Mostly C's, a few D's there and there, but mostly C's. Really the ones where he's high are really in the rough and illegal moves. Face elbow. It does actually, because the ref will check to see if he was going to give up. So it does work as a submission move. Face cut is just your guy just like he just rakes the guy's face with his feet. It's quick but brutal. It's not really a submission move, but it does definitely hurt the guy quite a bit. Head smash combo, that is a submission move. I think it is. I'm not quite sure, but I think it is. But face elbow definitely is. I will say though, like doing one of the C's, your wrestler will be perfectly fine with a C move. Like it won't really affect them that much. It's really only once you get to the D's that it kind of does. But even then, if you only have like a few D's, your guy will still be fine. So, like, if you're dying to, like, use, like, a figure 4 or a sharpshooter, you could, without really worrying much, if that's what you're going for. Face elbow? Alright. So, for this, this will leave as a strike move. Mount punches is strike move, but also works as a submission moves as well, but knuckle arrow does too. On the legs, okay, elbow drop will works there. Let's see, sharpshooter. Let's see. We also have some variances here too. You got some moves here that you are pretty solid in. Spinning toe, leg lock, ground dragon screw. A lot of C's here, D's. Yep, there's the sharpshooter. You're solid in the sharpshooter. Triangle scorpion's also kind of cool. Modified sharpshooter works as well, but we can do sharpshooter here. Got some stuff there too. Yeah, we can put sharpshooter. Where did I put it? There we go. Alright. If you want to change, and then for these ones here, let's see here. For neck lock, you got C's here. King Cobra hold, bank statement, disarm her, arm hold breaker, short arm bar. You got a B in that actually, so that's not too bad. And one for a grounded abdominal stretch. Crossface, you gotta see. Crossface variation, you gotta see. Oop. Cross arm camel clutch is kind of brutal, you gotta see. And then you got Towerlock, a mouthful of a name, but you're fine in that. Scissor, sleeper, transmission, choke sleeper. Camel clutch. Torture camel clutch looks more like an actual standard camel clutch. Dragon clutch. Optimal crossface, alright. Where is that? There we go. And then this one here, you'll see some similar ones. That's the reverse figure 4. That's got to see there. Romero Special. Romero Chin Lock is just that version. Torture version. Neri modified version. Reverse Viper hold. Well, you got a D in STF. Mutilock, you're pretty decent at. You're CN. Chokehold is the Stealth Viper. Bow and arrow hold, your C. Stretch, rolling camel clutch. And then you got your that, and then the regal stretch. You got just knee breakers. Those aren't really like... But yeah, that's what you got for that. It's almost too many choices. Suplex, you can do an uproot German or an uproot belly to back. The uproot German does end in a pinning bridge. You could put that there as well if you choose to. But yeah, you're right. It almost is too many choices. Usually, that's why usually when I create a guy, I usually have a specific style in mind. Yeah. Alright, then you got pins we usually leave alone. Alright, these are the interesting ones. These are the corner grapple moves. Now, if you want a signature or a big, or a move, if you want a move that happens a decent often, you'd want it in the double arrow one. So for these ones here, let's take a look. We'll start with the up one. So you got some punches, corner body blow, corner punch rush, corner hammer blow, some casual chops, some auto chops. Ooh, pitching chop. That's kind of interesting. You got a B for that one. Rope walking. That's... I thought that was old school, but I don't think so. That's just a prayer variation. Short elbow. Corner European uppercut. You got C's in those. Lariats, which is just the Vader hammer rush. Chest slaps. That style. You gotta see in that one. Knee lift you got in there. Middle kick you're not good in. Stomping rush, that's just the mud hole stomps. Low drop kick. Rolling Liger kick. Run rope kick. Rope knee attack. And then the 619. Got a headbutt rush. shoulder, you got Dienza. You just got a casual second rope superplex, and you just got the big superplex. And you just got a normal brainbuster on the thing. Top rope vertical suplex. Reverse suplex. Avalanche fisherman. All those you got B's in, so you're solid there. You got sliced bread number 2. You can't do burn. You can't do some of those. Hurricane Rana. You can a little taunting Hurricane Rana. You can Hurricane Rana to the outside, and then you can do a reverse Frankensteiner. Acid drop. Diamond dust. Or you can do an avalanche cutter. Choke slams you are okay in. Nothing for neck breakers. You can do a little pounding bot. You can do the Canadian Stampede thing. Night Ride. That one's a pretty good move. Fall from Grace. Mountain Punches as one move. Okay. The second rope superplex on the other, and the kick through the ropes for the super special one. Okay, you only got 3. Hurricane Run on the outside. I'll do it here. No second rope, okay. Yeah, you only do 3. I think 4 would be kind of cool to do. That'd be something I hope they kind of maybe change later on down the road. Where is it? I think it was higher up. Yeah. And then the kick through the ropes, okay. Well, do you want the knee one? Or do you want rope front kick? The rope front kick is a D, but the amount of times that move you're going to use... Yeah, here's the knee. Okay. Then this is like the counter for the if someone's setting you up for a top rope move, this is the counter version of doing that stuff. You got some strikes, headbutts. You can counter their brainbuster, counter them with the choke slam. Nothing there. You got a D there. You got a B for a top rope tornado DDT as a counter. Do a top rope Canadian Destroyer or Tombstone Pile Driver. DDT, yeah, okay. And this is the back version. You only have backhand elbow, fall back. You can do a top rope roll up counter, Super Hurricane Rana, or a super... I can't pronounce that last name. Backhand elbow, okay. And these are the counters from inside the apron. You got some punch and punch moves, elbow, palm, headbutt. You can brainbuster that. You can suplex them in a ring, choke slam them. No DDTs really. You can do an apron backdrop and an apron exploder. You can German suplex them on there. You can also do a half Nelson suplex. Alright. Outside apron grapple. You can do a hook. Elbow. Palm. Headbutt. Shoulder butt them. You can suplex them out. You can do a infernal. Yeah, because those are so devastating. You can do infernal. You can do a landing. Infernal tiger suplex. You can do a stun gun, shoulder arm breaker. And you can just take them to the outside. Infernal Brainbuster, alright. Alright, so these are MMA moves. For these, I usually just like... Because there are guys you're going to wrestle that are going to try to get you in those low grapple MMA style stuff. So for these, I usually, like, when I create a guy and I don't plan on really being an MMA guy, I usually just go with the move that gives them all default for now. I could. I mean, unless you got, like, any that's, like, outstandingly... You got some Ds, but I think you'll be okay. For your, Alright, so, yeah, we'll skip those, yeah. We'll worry about those another time. Alright, so now the double team. Now, if you form a stable, I'll give you all your guys custom, like, double team moves. Now, some categories you are limited, so you might share some with other teams, but I'll try to make them unique. Or if you join a team, yours will match theirs. So for now, we'll leave them as default, and then down the line, if you form a group or join a group, we'll mess with it then. But the last parts here are the taunts. So the entrance ramp one is where one that. So first one here, this is gonna be like a big. This is one you can do at the entrance ramp here when you come in, or it's gonna be also a big primary one as well. And there's a ton of them, so I would say just say if there's any specific ones, we can even do the custom ones if you prefer that. So if there's any specific ones you want to use, like that's already on top of your head, let me know, because there's a lot there's a lot of them. Okay, I think what we'll do is that's the ones you have on default right now. We'll change them when we get the chance. So this one, the Coup de Grace taunt, there's not a lot. We can definitely pick one here. This is during a combo when your guy's about to win. The guy is about to during a punch trade thing. He'll do this move. So you got the shout gut pose, hands gut, neck cutting, finger pointing, clenched fist, shaking head, chest out, muscle pose, pumping gut, and arm cross. You also have the you have the suck it, and you got you, endure, and yeah, that's what you got for those for that one. It's not nearly as long, so it's a lot easier to pick one. A little suck it, yeah. Okay, so before we... Alright, so a couple more things here. One, do you want these signatures where they're at right now, or do you want them placed anywhere else? Alright, I'll do that with the Roaring Elbow. Bulldog? Okay, I can do that. And we'll put it on the first one here. There we go. Alright, and one last thing. Do you want to keep the Razor's Edge name as your official finisher name, or do you want to change it to anything specific? It can be rechanged if you change your mind in the future. Razor's Edge, okay. I can rename that. Yeah. Alright, so this one's just default stuff. So I only changed 3 things here. 1 second interference, I always have them for all of them at 80. For weapons, I always have them all at 40. And then, only for YWA guys, not really for the TWN wrestlers, unless it's a really, really specific case. I go to, where is it? Right here. I adjust this. Because if I don't, it, like, will rarely, if ever, happen. Shoot. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, that way it happens a reasonable amount of time. So, outside of that, I leave everything as is. If, what else? The only other thing that it'll be unique from wrestler to wrestler is priority attacks. Because if you have a submission move, like if you have a specific move that's a finisher or a signature that isn't like a front grapple move, then like a submission move, for example, then I would like, make sure it occurs through that. But a lot of these, like if you want to move that if we see your guy and he seems to be ignoring certain moves consistently, we can adjust stuff, but I usually leave this as is unless it's a specific case, which isn't super often. Alright, and the guy's done. We got a couple things we'll have to adjust over time. Really the biggest one we have to look into is the entrance music. And then the taunting we can look to as well. But definitely entrance music's one we'll have to look into. But everything else is pretty much set. So overwrite. And now we're going to do a test match. And see how he does. Now, granted, one match doesn't necessarily mean that like everything's not flowing, because I've seen matches with guys where they won't use like specific moves or use all or whatever. So yeah, definitely the dark match here. Let's see. We're just gonna do typical. Where is that? I got a specific. Stuff here. Keep the pace 20 minutes because that's gonna be the standard he's gonna work with for the most part. For music, that's interesting. I really kind of have a little fun here. Let's do. Let's do that. Just for fun. And we'll keep this at none just to kind of so he can be able to work freely. And we'll have him go against another junior. Odin could be a good one, but let's look here. Odin. Let's do... Heretic Ninja's decent, but let's... I think... Heh. Eli was in the chat earlier, so we'll do Eli. Eli might be a good one to fight against here. Alright. So let's see how it goes here. Yeah, he likes to mess around with his stuff, but yeah, he's pretty solid here with that kind of stuff. Now, once we pick your entrance music, I will also customize your entrance as well. Alright, let's see here. Body slam, start things off. Hip toss, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ooh, oh, missed, dodged the move. Flying shoulder tackle. Counters that attempt there. Oh, drop kick to the face. DDT right there. Yeah, exactly, the strike off. Oh, the 3 kicks. And that sharpshooter. Ah, the ankle does the little ankle lock action there.
Five minutes gone.
Oh, almost tried the big backdrop, but gets counted out of it. Oh, he does it back to him. Oh, he stole his finisher!
1, 2.
Yeah. Counter it. Oh, DDT'd out of it.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
1.
Ooh. Oh, the Razor's Edge. Yeah, furniture, exactly.
1.
Oh, Bulldog. There it is. Ah, the German. Yeah, they did. It was a good pop too. And yep, the flapjack. Oh,
10
Swanton.
minutes gone.
Iron bar, but that's gonna be rope break.
Yeah.
Another snap suplex. Oh! Just got kicked out of the ring.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Ooh.
9, 10,
Oh, twist of fate.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, exactly. It's, it doesn't happen like super often, but when it does, it's always cool to see because it flows so well. Low blow. Oh, hook lariat. Another razor's edge. Goes for a cover.
2, 3.
Ah, there we go. Exactly. Very good test match here. There we go. Pretty solid there. Good test match. Yes. I'm happy about that match because sometimes when you do the test matches, when I create some guys, they don't always get a chance to show off their stuff, which can be a little unfortunate. And then you do some other matches off screen and they pull on barn burners. But yeah, that's a really good. So he's looking pretty solid starting things off here. We got a few little stuff we have to kind of fix off, like twink with off screen, like the music and like taunts, but my stuff in yeah, exactly, Gray Man. But yeah, we got a few things to tweak a little bit. We can do those off screen, but those are easy. They won't take that much. But yeah, overall, your guy's pretty much set. I mean, pretty solid here. It'll be a good addition here. But yeah, there's nothing else really to tweak on screen here. Okay, you got plenty of time because the next YWA event's the 14th, so you got plenty of time. Yeah, you'll definitely have time for it for sure. To be honest, yeah, because you have like 14 days or roughly. A little less than 14 days. So you have plenty of time. Like your guy could easily debut at the pay-per-view very easily. So yeah, your guy's pretty much set in stone, and yeah, pretty solid here. I love doing these like create a wrestler live streams. So yeah, all the streams are archived. None of the streams disappear. The only time the only exception would be if the stream is broken up because of internet connection or the game glitches. Then what I do is I download the stream, I merge the stream parts, I merge them together, and then re-upload them as a video, and then privatize the fragmented streams. That's the only time. Other than that, it's there. So here's what we got. Yeah, so here's what we got so far for YW. You got the pillars here. This is my group. Ben Christian's the new guy here. Yeah. Skills, attires, moves. I could copy it later if I want to. Yeah, you could. If you want like all the details, I could like picture all the details to you and send them to you that also reminds me, do you play this through Steam or PS4? Because I think you said Steam, but I don't quite remember. Okay, yeah. So what I can do is that when you're ready to create someone that's in the game, I can send you pictures of all the edit stuff to you on Discord, so you can go from there. You might not get 100% correct because some of the wrestlers do use created moves that may not be in the Steam Workshop, so you may have to improvise a little bit. But for the most part, they should be pretty flowing. I usually try to stay away from too many created moves just because I also upload these guys. I need to do a new one because the last one I did was a while back for people to download, and I usually, and some of them do have created moves. But yeah, so in the this roster is still kind of massive a little bit, so it might take a minute to like duplicate everyone, but it won't be too hard though for sure. But yeah, um, but yeah, it's should go back here. Also, keep in mind some of the default moves. Like I went through the game and renamed all the moves that their popular versions so that they're a lot easier to find. So when you go to the Steam version, it won't have that. So for example, Beast Slayer, he has the Angle Slam right there. Like in the other game, it's the Screw Slam. Like its default name's the Screw Slam. So when you go to the Steam version, it'll say Screw Slam even though it's Angle Slam. So that's just stuff to keep in mind. And then yeah, it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Just because it can be a little tough to find. Because there's another move called the Hurricane Slam. It looks very similar to the Screw Slam, but it's not quite the same. There's some moves like that, and they can get a little bit tricky. Like for example, with them, I know for sure the Blood Mist DDT is not on the Steam store, so that one's an auto. Some of those like that, man, I haven't heard much from SMH Gaming, so I don't know what's going on quite with him yet. Yeah, exactly, it is a huge list. But yeah, that's the new guy I made. I have a special debut for him planned. Alright, but yeah, that's the whole YWA roster right there. But yeah, if you want to create specific guys and whatever, let me know and I can like post on Discord. I'll DM you all like their whole created like stats, so you can kind of copy from. Yes, yes, it is. That's kind of what I was going for because it's tough because the guy's name is just like his identity is definitely not good, but he was such a good in-ring performer that I almost, because we don't really use him in a lot of stuff in the channel, which is I did bring up in Discord one time about him being used because his name came up during a tournament thing, and there was some people, it wasn't like an overt reaction, but they were a little hesitant about using him because he does kind of have that kind of thing, and they don't want it, and nobody wanted to like cause like a ruckus of using him, so I kind of like backdoored it a little bit because I do like the moveset of him and everything. It's just I didn't want to like use him if that makes any sense. Because to be honest, Daniel Bryan in a lot of ways is a lot like Benoit in his moveset in a lot of ways. So a lot of him isn't. Yeah, because you got the finisher, the crossface. You have like his like, I mean the headbutt. I would have been fine if he didn't do the diving headbutt, but he did that. That was kind of deadly. What else? Yeah, what I love is when Benoit had his thing with Angle. Those two, they had some of the best technical matches ever. I mean, Benoit in general, he's had some of the best matches ever, technical matches. I mean, and everyone has their own thoughts about him. I usually stray away from him on the channel because I don't really want to start stuff because I know some people don't want to see him involved in stuff like that, which I understand. But yeah. Um, but yeah. But what else? But yeah, that's about the stream there. I do plan on streaming tomorrow. I don't plan on being Fire Pro related. It's actually going to be something, it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. It's going to be something cool and interesting to explore. So it's going to be a cool event. And then Friday, of course, is Beast Slayer's TWN CEW pay-per-view. And then Saturday, Sunday, there's not going to be any streams because I'm going to be busy. So next one after Friday will probably be Monday. So that's just so far the game plan there. But yeah, we got you in the game here, so we'll make some tweaks and go from there. But yeah, anyone who yeah. Okay, no worries. Like, all the streams are kept, so you could always watch it on the rebound. That's no big deal. I mean, I rarely, if ever, catch streams live. I always watch them myself on the rebound, so I totally get it there. But yeah, anyone's watching this on the rebound or during live, thanks for watching. In case you want to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, don't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. Find a link to that in the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab in our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. We also have a Patreon page. The main goal of the page is to raise money for the channel, to give the channel a bigger budget to do more ambitious things, and also to start making merchandise for the channel as well. And the merchandise itself, we gear toward aspects of the channel that you guys enjoy, so any support we get for that is much appreciated. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.